Okay, so this is maybe as much for parents when your kids are learning, as they learn to play piano. Um, we really do want them to establish some technique because I'm afraid a lot of what I've seen. I think there are a lot of great piano teachers, but a lot of what I've seen has been kids learning how to play certain songs, right? And that's a lot of fun. And like I said, I want them to mash on it, make all this noise. But when you get to the business of playing the simplest thing, like hot cross buns or something like that, or the stuff that I've showed you with, like that, you do want to do it slowly, have the kids do it slow. I mean, here's just an idea. Make it half fun if you can, if that's fun for them. Some kids hate piano. That's just going to be the case. I hated basketball. Love watching it. I hated getting it crammed in my face, right? So I got dropped off of the YMCA all the time to play basketball. It wasn't my idea of fun, but I'm glad I did it. Okay, some kids don't like it. Anyway, what I'm trying to tell you is that it's fine, like all this kind of school, you can't hear me. You mean you can't hear me? Maybe turn it up. I'll put this here a little bit more. Can you hear me now a little bit better? Okay, right. You scare me with those things because I'm my own tech guy. Okay, here's what we're doing for the kids. We're going to give you something to watch for if you're not a piano teacher yourself or you just know a little bit of piano and your kids are coming home working. Because I want them to work slowly as they can when they can, okay? So let me show you this overhead. First of all, there's my mic and the reason that it wasn't close. Okay, now, what I'd like to have them establish is each hand by itself. Going in, well, let's call this first position. If you're a piano teacher and you're like, this is not called first position, then call it something else. That's fine. As far as I know, I would call it like first position. Okay? So we're going to have your thumb on middle C. And important for them to know the numbers and the names of the notes, right? C, your thumb, 1. Now spread your fingers across the keys. Drop it down like you're carrying a little golf ball. It might be an orange if you're a big motherfucker, but for a little kid, golf ball. And so that you give it the claw. When you give it the claw, you're going to want to raise your elbow just a little bit. Relax everything else. Here's what I want to tell you about technique. People like to argue about what good technique is and what bad technique is, and I have a very strong opinion about this. In my opinion, good technique means you use the things necessary, the effort necessary to create the sound that you want to make, and everything else has to relax. Anything else that you're recruiting, like a pinky up in the air while you're playing, like that, like the T pinky, shoulders, I do that, it's horrible. Your jaws, anything is not helping your technique. Your technique is you try too hard at the thing that you need to accomplish, but you don't put in effort to the things you don't. This means slowing down, okay? So, we're going to drop the claw on the piano. Even that would be a day or two of just concentrating on nothing but. Get into it. Each finger is on another note. C, D, E, F, G. All I want you to do is to be able to say, if I said E, you play E. E, E, F, G, C. A kid ought to be able to play that back for you. Now, what I noticed with Felix yesterday, and he's just starting, and he's awesome. He was giving it so much effort, and he got so much better by the end, and I realized I needed to go over this with some kids. When you press into a note, you're going to want to mash them all. It's hard to have the independence. So what I want you to do is to concentrate on getting that one note down, however you got to. If you got to put your hands in weird positions, do it. But then, hold that note down. This is called legato, I guess. We're going to just hold it down. and the rest of them are going to relax. All you're going to do is concentrate on pushing through that note. Push it. Keep pushing through it the way that you've got to, all through the arm, everything you've got to do to push it, while you relax those other ones. If you just did that through each note, I will guarantee you, as I've never really studied piano formally like this, but I would guarantee you that would work. Now, afterwards, what I enjoyed is having them do staccato, because staccato is fun because you like pretend it's a little man or a little woman and they're jumping. So when they hit, they're bouncing off the note like that. Pretend like it's like whee, pop, like that. Okay, doing that is fun too. And what I did with Felix is I put a book on his head like this, because he was moving his head too much when he would play staccato. I just wanted that. Understand? So even though that's not a fun lesson, it's what I'd like to see you do. And what you get out of that, sorry, I'll go here. What you get out of that is that you learn the numbers. It's just the right hand to begin with. We do the left hand another time. The right hand, you learn the numbers of the fingers, because when you read music, you got to have fingering. And you got to think about that mentally. Think about it, not mentally. Think about it physically. You want to go 1 thumb, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? And those are laid across the piano. That's too fast. I don't want everyone going. Because if the pinky's up or something's up, slow it down. 1, hold it, relax everything, let it up. 2, hold it, relax everything, relax all those, let it up. 3, relax everything, let it up. Same through all those. Then, and it's like keeping your eye on the ball. Keep your eye on the C after you play it, because I want you to come back down to be able to do it. Now, when I got this angle, I noticed I'll go back to work now. Let me see what y'all are talking about.